content.
Yep. All right, everybody ready?
Yep.
All right, so did someone just say no?
I said
hear-
yeah.
Does it matter?
Oh, Matt ruined everything.
Does it matter?
God damn it. Hi, welcome
No,
to Binge Buddies.
No,
Homicides,
you ruined it by
Hooters, Hockey Match.
misunderstanding me saying
Your worst
yes.
mistake was listening to Matt.
Yeah, I don't know why I listened to Matt. I'm your host, as always, Bryan Dressel. With me,
All
as
right.
always, is
11:24.
Matt Zombie Dog, his bare hands. Dykes. I'm gonna see if you guys can guess what I'm using.
Murder weapons.
Wow, he got there real quick. We have Joel Ice Pick Dewitte.
I was kind of hoping it was like a Sin City reference when you always just went with my mitts.
Oh, and my mitts. That's so good. No, believe it or not, I wasn't
Or
pulling
like
in
a-
Sin City references.
Okay.
Or Friday
all
the
right.
13th Part 8 one. What are you taking, Julius? Nothing.
Except this here
It's a
shotgun.
shotgun.
Oh man, we also have Ryan Axe Lootens.
I'll take it. Although I'd rather have the corkscrew. Ted.
Noted.
Where's
for
that
next week.
fancy corkscrew? Tad.
Damn.
Oh,
although
we are
corkscrew-
so far away from that though in this film.
Oh
like-
yeah. I mean, I guess I probably should have given somebody liquid nitrogen. That would have been a good one.
That's fine.
I mean,
Yeah, here we are talking what is arguably the best or worst, however you want to take a look at it.
Thank you.
Friday 13th / Jason movie, because we are still in the worlds of New Line, where we can't call these things Friday the 13th anymore, but we could just call them Jason. I don't know, Jason 10, Jason X, whatever we want to call this thing. Fuck it. And we're not the only ones who have done it. Fast and Furious did it too. We already watched Fast X. So now we're watching Jason X. Apparently, when you get to 10 movies, you just have to give the fuck up, and that's that's fine. I get it.
I mean, Fast
Line
and Furious
cinema?
was just like
Yep.
really couldn't figure out what their titles were anyway for the longest time. It's
mean,
like we're Fast 5,
They couldn't-
Furious 7.
They couldn't rightly name it Fast X. Jason Momoa steals the show.
I mean,
just wordy.
it's wordy, but it's a more fitting title.
Fast X. Jason takes the show.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, there we go.
Jason takes
Yeah.
Rome.
Yeah, and he actually does as well.
Yeah, he
Like,
does. Yeah.
Doesn't take a boat to Rome.
Jason plays with dead people.
Yeah. Telling you, we have better titles here. Where were these when we were doing our Fast and Furious series? But yeah, so here we are, Jason X. I had come from the I would say minority opinion of this movie is fucking amazing. I think it is a camp masterpiece. I think everyone was involved on this thing. I have looked it up. I know this was a movie made to maintain rights on a character. I get that. But even with that, this is one of the most bold swings of I need to keep these character rights of any movie that I've ever seen. Usually get a very boring, like, just fart one out. This one, they're like, fuck it, we're going to space, motherfucker. This is going to be nuts.
I'll give you that one.
And yeah, this is it. They go to space and it's nuts. The entire movie makes me laugh basically from beginning to end. It is so over the top and ridiculous. I love the shit out of this movie. I'm not here to say it should have won Academy Awards, but I'm here to say Ryan is wrong. But I just like saying Ryan is wrong.
You say that a lot.
I know, it's really fun to say.
Sometimes he's right though. To be fair,
Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Well, sometimes Ryan is right. I'm not gonna argue with that, but I do like saying in this particular instance, Ryan is wrong. But Ryan, tell us what you think of Jason X.
You know what? It's like I said at the start of this. I'll put it on and watch it just to let my brain go. But man, this movie sucks. This movie is an awful movie. It feels like it should have Sci-Fi Presents before the title.
Ryan, does it suck on so many levels?
It's I hate her. She is just the worst actress ever to be on the face of the planet.
Nah, she's fine.
No, she is so annoying.
Yeah, she fits her role just fine. Would you
Anyway,
rather Ruby Rose?
Oh, put a gun in the middle and let them fight. No, the movie is fun. It's ridiculous. If you watch it for the camp, you're fine. It's got some brilliant kills, but man, just the music is terrible. The production design is terrible. Everything about this movie is terrible. The makeup on Jason is terrible. The gore is fine, you know?
The mask is. I'll agree 100% as well. The mask shows too much of his eyes. Those eye holes in that mask are huge. It's like his eyes are popping out of it.
But much to your credit, Brian, this movie was made rather quickly. And because the CGI is god awful.
It's rough. And if you were to tell me they filmed this on the set of Power Rangers in Space, I would believe you. Wouldn't even bat an eye at it. It looks about the same.
Like what Ryan was saying as well, like it's a jokey comment that like they should say like Sci-Fi Channel presents. It does, like every time I watch it, it does just feel like a Sci-Fi Channel movie of the week that just happens to have Jason in it. Like I think the cast is probably like, you know, it's very much like, oh, you're cheap and you're around here and yeah, you'll do. And then like you look at some like, you know, where some of the cast ended up and it's like Lexa Doig ended up in like, what was it, Andromeda or something, which was like a sci-fi channel. And then there's a like the dude who had the robot fetish ended up as like not even a main character, but he was like in the background of Stargate Atlantis, another Sci-Fi Channel series.
The only person that is worth the shit that they're printed on is David Cronenberg, and he knew what he was in, and he milked it.
Oh,
it was just. I was wondering, was that David Cronenberg?
Yeah.
Like,
he also, when they brought the movie to him, he's like, I'm not saying this shit. I'm not like, I want to do this. This could be fun, but I'm not saying this shit. I'm writing my own lines. And the director's like, well, we had these written for us. I'm writing my own fucking lines. Okay.
Even he knew how bad the script was.
So that's why he has the only lines that make a little sense. He wrote them himself.
He sounds like it makes me think like that kind of story makes me think of Werner Herzog, and just like, you know, him in Mandalorian, which is just, oh my god, like the thing that I've heard about him, where they were talking about doing Grogu as a CGI, not a puppet, and he apparently just turned around to the creators of that and went, "You are cowards," and that's why they did it as a puppet in the end.
I mean, that's
Werner Herzog, not David Cronenberg.
Yeah, but I bet they'd be buds.
Probably.
Joel, what about you? Where are you land on this?
This is a terrible film, but it's also some of the most fun I've had watching these movies so far. Like, this is going to end up in my top 5 level of I've had fun watching.
Holy
Jesus!
I don't know where you guys are coming from. Like I've given up at the pretense that these are legit true horror movies. Like we've left that train station a long time ago. And all these movies from now on to me are just like, we're gonna plop Jason into this world and see what happens. and that's what it is now. And this movie knew the assignment and it passed with flying colors. But also, I felt like I was watching it at 1.5 speed the entire time. This movie gives up on the pretense of having pacing whatsoever. And I'm not sure how much of this is like a product of its time, because I know there was a period of time where like all the dialogue had to be like snappy and quick back and forth stuff. But this is like a Kevin Smith movie on speed. Like it's a lot with how quick it moves.
I don't disagree with you there. Like, and the thing is, in a better movie, that would annoy the shit out of me. In a movie like this, that's what kind of I think keeps me loving it. Because if this thing wasted even a minute of my time, okay, no comments.
No, these characters don't deserve character development. Like that's what it comes down to.
No, but like that's what I mean.
They're terrible and they deserve to die.
Yeah, but that's what they're here for. And like
cannon fodder.
Yeah. When you look at this movie, when you watch it, it's like, how did they spend any money on this movie? And then you get to some of these kills, and it's like, oh, there's all your money. That's where the budget went. Went 100% there.
What I will say to this, and I was thinking about this movie is gives great homage to all the other Friday the 13th. We'll talk about when he's in his hologram and that kill. When the dude dies on the screw, that is clearly Ted in the corkscrew. Like, there's just there's a lot of things that you laugh about, which makes it fun.
I like the
Matt, did you give your take on it? Did I step on you?
No, I didn't.
Why don't you do that first real quick?
No, let's keep going. Moving on.
Anyhow, moving on. Yeah.
My take is basically like, I don't know whether or not this is just a really badly made film with terrible acting, or if they know the film that they're in and they're acting this way intentionally, because I can't tell if it's just really bad acting and they're trying to be like, you know, take it seriously, or if they've got the tongue in the cheek, because I just can't tell.
I'd
'Cause I
argue
don't
for
think-
most of them, it's a skill issue.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it's a skill issue. I'd say this is the people they hired, and I don't mean that to sound like an insult. I mean that as if
Cheap. Like
no, it's not even that it's cheap. It's that if you really start diving into like low budget horror, you're gonna start seeing like the same 10 faces all over the place, because those are the people who love doing this sort of stuff. This crew feels like that to me. Like they're not like, yeah, they're actors and they're doing the best they can, but like they're this here like, oh, I love just getting splattered in blood and just getting thrown against a wall and like running around screaming. It's like they're not trying to win Academy Awards or go be the best things ever. Like this is where they're having fun playing. And just because they're not the greatest actors, they're still having a lot of fun like playing. Like that's the atmosphere I get from it. Like I just watched
To me, I feel like, oh, this is our first movie. Let's go.
You're way meaner in this than I am. Like to me, this just feels like a party, and like I am just so here for this party. All the way down to like how this movie starts. So dialing back to the beginning, I guess we're
the
erasing
Hellraiser
part
opening
9.
credits.
Yeah, I mean there's a Hellraiser opening credits, but then I guess we're erasing part 9, which I'm fine with. Jason is...
This is the thing that like it's so weird, because like when does this even take place? Like what is going on? Because like now Crystal Lake is a research facility.
Future.
Yeah,
Well, no, because like I mean when it's like
Matt, it
not-
takes place in fuck it.
But my point is like when did Crystal Lake become a research facility? as
In
well?
fuck it. Like you got to stop worrying about that stuff. We're erasing a bunch of shit here and just like, oh, Jason's here and no one can figure out how to kill him. I love that. So we're just gonna string him up and don't go near him. He will kill you. Lo and behold, dude goes near him, gets killed. On the day they're gonna cryogenically freeze him.
What is that
because they
thing? Is
can't
it like
figure
we're
out how
gonna
to kill
move?
him.
We're gonna move Jason, and nothing terrible will happen. Something terrible happened.
I mean, to
Where have I
be
heard that
fair,
before?
if Jason was real, there would definitely be government entities like, we can't kill him. No, we need to study him. He is the gift to immortality.
Oh,
Like, there would-
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
So
It's the whole alien thing. Like, you know, there's shitty professor in the future is basically Burke from Aliens.
I mean, this movie is just Alien, but with Jason instead.
But my point is like, you know,
Yeah.
he's basically taken exactly the same storyline that Burke has, where it's like, ooh, I can make money off of this.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
they're also right. Like you would make money off of this,
Yeah.
for better or worse. But yeah, so gonna cryogenically freeze Jason. Jason gets out, of course. While getting cryogenically frozen, he stabs his way out of the tube somehow and gets the
Like it
doctor.
looks like a bank vault with a window, as
It
I
does.
described
It's
it.
ridiculous. And he stabs the woman who's trying to freeze him, so the room locks down, and they both get frozen and sent to the future. I'm okay with this as a time travel device. It works well enough to bring someone with him. That's pretty much the end of this movie, like trying to be a serious film to me. Like that's
Demolition Man.
Yeah.
She's the MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Because she'll take all the Friday the 13th knowledge with her.
But also they knew who he was.
They know about it too. Which
Yeah,
is
it's like 400 years in the
Yeah.
future. Like that's not
And the guy's
Jason
like,
Voorhees.
Voorhees.
It's like,
That's
Um,
which is like that's the equivalent of us knowing the name of some serial killer from the 1600s or something.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean, I guess we
not
know
likely.
not
There are a
like-
lot of Matt Dykes on that space station.
Yeah. Can we talk about just this massacre though? Because you've got Jason being chained up.
Yep.
And we actually see him using the chain effectively, like wrapping it around people's necks, throwing
Oh,
it
yeah.
around. And then he lawn darts David Cronenberg. So
With the chain, right, as well.
right. No, it's the end of the So I mean,
It's the end of the chain. There's something on the end of the chain, right?
so like however you feel about the movie and its shitty quality, you know, the
Amazing
kills
quality.
and the Jason game or play it's fun. You know,
Yeah.
you're just there to see him destroy.
And when they start killing, they do a good job of it. But like even the when in the future when Earth has died, because that tracks, and they're
See
taking
the
yeah.
last year or so.
like that. No,
That's fine. We won't live to see it, so it doesn't
No.
matter.
but
No,
we
because
have
we'll
like,
die in nuclear fire.
Yeah, exactly. We have these school trip. Is it a school trip? Yeah. Going. This is basically
Sure.
part 8 again.
Why
They're
not?
taking a boat
Yeah,
somewhere.
it's a school trip that has like a fully armed battalion of Marines though as well. It's like
Well, they gotta have
Wait.
cannon fodder.
but which don't go down to the planet with them as well. Like you would
Nope.
think that, like the dangerous planet, like the armed force that we brought with us. Surely they're going to go down with us. No,
There was a game that
no,
came
they're going
out
to stay
called
on the ship and bitch about it.
There's a game called Golf Club Wasteland that came out a few years back, and it's literally just like everybody lives on Mars, but you, this hedge fund manager, is going to take a special trip to Earth where everything's destroyed, but everything's just a golf course now on Earth. So have fun.
So the
I
sequel
like
to
how they,
Jason X.
I like how they tried to come up with a story for that, where they could have just made it like but they actually put a legitimate story into what is essentially a golf game.
All indie games like to pretend that they're profound.
I mean, good for them, right?
Yeah.
Anyhow, back to our Jason X movie. So the kids are now on the planet. They find Jason, and I like even cryogenically frozen Jason still takes someone's arm off.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so the door up and he just falls over.
I loved that.
That was
like-
great.
Low budget Timothy Chalamet screaming.
No, I know him from something. And the whole time I'm looking, like, was he a child actor in something? Like, I feel
He
like
just looked a bit like Timothy Chalamet to me.
he does, like a way bigger
He's-
nose, but
He's
yes.
Azrael, right?
Yes.
Let's see. He was in
man.
Harold and Kumar. He was in Tommy Boy. He was one of the kids at the lake. Hey,
In Tommy Boy?
Toto, there's a fat whale on your boat.
Maybe that's what I'm remembering him from. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, Free Willy. He's on Titans. He plays Gizmo on Titans.
I didn't watch the last season of Titans. Maybe he's in the other.
Yeah,
Either
that's
way,
him.
either way, I recognized him. And he gets his arm chopped off, which is funny. And then he gets it just immediately attached again because that's super easy to do in the future. I like that. That was kind of a
Thanks,
fun,
nanobites.
yeah, little nanobots that attach arms. Don't move. You're gonna have a new elbow. He said. I think that didn't make any sense. But
Yeah, I did like that actually. It's like if you move because the nanobots are basically just attaching it in because they're lining it up. So if it moves in a funny place, it's like it's going to be all skew-if or something.
I love the future tech in this actually, because when he gets his arm cut off, it's like they immediately slap on what looks like one of those Flex Seal infomercial things on his arm. It just binds really quick. It's like, okay, that's cool. That's fun.
I also like him getting back on
the
the
infomercial. That's the infomercial as well. Got your arm cut off?
Smack.
But I also love when they get back on the ship and he's like, fuck, I forgot my arm.
I got it.
Just when he holds his arm, like, hi me. No, I'm into this.
I do like as well that they make us point. What's that on his face? It's like it's a hockey mask. It's like, but then they find out that it was outlawed next year, apparently in 2024. But again, 400 years in the future, who's gonna just know off the top of their head what a hockey mask is going to look like if it's
That's
been
not
outlawed?
even a real hockey mask that they have in 2024.
No, they haven't had a hockey mask in a very long time.
But here we are talking plot holes in this stupid ass movie. So moving on.
Yeah.
Hey, that is my job as a podcaster to point
back
out the plot
on
holes.
track. Thank you,
Get
Ryan.
your
Be
hockey
entertaining
in
about
while
it.
it lasts.
So we get Jason and this woman from 2024, I guess, after 2024, I guess, because
I don't know when it's supposed to be. I
Before
vaguely
or
remember
after?
something about 2014 at some point.
sure, why not? Woman from the past. They're back on there. They're gonna wake them up because they had the technology. They're waking up. That's great. Everyone's happy that they're awake. They could have used a bigger sheet on that poor woman. She's doing her best to cover
Better
up.
chainmail.
I guess
Chainmail
better
sheet as
a
well. It's
chainmail sheet.
very
odd.
strange.
But
Very
no,
odd
that works.
choice. Yeah. I
And
mean,
at
like
the sa-
if she's naked under there as well, any hairs are going to be getting snagged on those chains. That's going to be painful.
you come back bald except for your head when you get
There's no
uncryogenically
body
frozen.
hair in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not after you've used the chainmail bedding, anyway.
No.
Don't worry, the nanobites know how to grow that back.
Yeah.
World's
no,
worst Brazilian.
Yeah.
Come for our chainmail Brazilian wax. Save yourself.
God, never.
You thought waxing was back? We remove it with chainmail.
Got medieval
Rub it
on your
you.
ass.
literally. So we have Jason in the I don't even know what to say. Like he's in the autopsy lab on the school vessel with the full battalion of Marines. And he
I
has
have no idea what that room is supposed to be. Like, why is this? Is she like a third year student as well or something? And she's having to deal with the first year students, and she's just like, "Oh, go fuck and come back later." And it's like, what is this school like?
I was trying to figure out, was she a teacher or is she just like an older student? I don't really know.
I think she was an older student. Like the way that the dude spoke to her, because he was like, "Oh, I don't know." He said something. I can't remember what it was. Like, funnily enough, the dialogue in this film is real forgettable.
Fantastic.
Real forgettable if I didn't write it down. He mentioned something that made me think she was like a senior student or something.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Not actually a teacher.
But either way,
I don't think there were any teachers there. I think they were all students.
Well, the one guy who yells "You pass," he had to be a teacher.
Apart from him, professor, because they call him professor and doctor.
They do, yeah.
He gets called doctor and professor. It's like, that's two different things.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the future. How do you know how their rules work?
So you do a doctorate, a professor, and then a doctor professor, and you are either doctor or professor.
They leveled up in the future.
I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, don't be. This is Jason X. There's nothing to be confused about. So I guess
I'm confused why we watched it.
I guess they leave the autopsy of one of the most famous killers in the history of time that they can remember.
To be fair, they don't know that yet.
I guess that's
Professor Doctor does.
No,
he finds out right after she starts.
He was getting that as she was doing it.
As she's getting killed. So
oh shit, yeah, he gets it from dude on the video screen.
Guy on a
okay, so Ryan's right. Yep. So it still makes sense to have this, senior student doing an autopsy on this guy, but whatever. Pulls out his eyeball. I guess we can finally go. Yep, he did lose that eye. It's dead now.
Still there.
And
I don't know if he lost it. I think it's just you pulled out the one that's supposed from the weird side of his face. So like maybe that's just what that eyeball's always been like.
I guess that's fair. Either way, it's out now, and
gross looking.
Yeah, and I love the fact that they just don't know that. No, Jason doesn't die. He you can't kill him. So he was just frozen, so he wasn't moving, and now he's thawing out, and that's all it takes.
Well, that and him hearing the sounds of sex.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, they really make sure you have that. Again, leaning into what I was saying earlier, this movie is a camp masterpiece. Him waking up to that spring out of bed when she orgasms is one of my favorite shots in the entire movie. It's like, someone's fucking
Bang, I'm ready to kill. Get me fucking run here. I don't know why he's suddenly gone real deep South America.
My orgasm radar's going on.
Like that just cracks me up. And then he's awake.
I can't think of a way to amalgamate them two together with gaydar. There's no
orgasm dar.
Orgar.
That's just ogre.
I can think of one, but I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
He doesn't want to say it. He doesn't want it to end up on socials.
Kumdar.
Joel's joke was Kumdar. Thanks for stopping by our TikTok.
Hey, I'm really glad I put the timestamp in now.
So Jason's awake and he sees a woman nearby. So enough of that. So she's get murdered. And Jason, being the best murderer in the history of horror franchises. All right, Ryan didn't say anything. I thought I'd get something out of him for that.
No, not at all. This is one of the best kills in the entire franchise.
Oh my god. He just immediately goes, all right, I'm awake. It's the future. I think I don't care. Hey, I'm gonna murder this woman. And he immediately knows that's liquid nitrogen somehow.
Well, this is my question. I was just thinking, does he know that's liquid nitrogen? Or does
I think he was trying to drown her.
Oh,
because I think is he trying to drown, and then he pulls the face and goes, "What the fuck's happening here?"
That's why he's like, what? Okay, same desired effect. Man,
just frozen face.
This is what I'm going to say to your comment. I love Michael Myers, but Jason Voorhees is way gorier, way more brutal, and I love it because it's like Matt said, he wanted to drown her, and he's like, "What the shit?" And he just and just smashed her face. Like, this is new.
All right, well, I'll figure out a better way to get a rise out of Ryan later. Then
keep singing this movie's praises, and you won't be too far off.
This movie's great. And actually, now that Jason's awake and moving around, I am more convinced that it's great. Because he literally just like wakes up on a ship and he's like, "Gotta be people around here to murder somewhere," and just starts wandering around looking for people to murder.
He does. Him walking around is just like, I'll go down this way.
Yeah. It's like a guy like shopping in a mall when he's waiting for his wife to get a haircut. Just like,
Right.
where am I going? All right, I'm gonna go that way.
Kane Hodder's physicality is still very much present.
Correct me
Mhm.
if I'm wrong, as well. There's a sequence in this where like he's in the background just walking around the corridor and like someone walks past in front, like
Yeah.
foreground or something.
That's
and
like right
and
now.
He's just,
He just
yeah,
walks
he's just
by
sort of like
wandering,
wandering around or something.
literally just wandering around looking for people to kill. I also like that like he's a little off his
Yeah,
game.
murder victims.
When he
Where
kicks
are
open the door
you?
to the people who are banging and like he kills the guy that she was banging, he just kills him and just takes him away. And
Yeah.
just leaves her. It's like, okay, so he's a little off his game. I get it. Usually she does die later, but she doesn't get killed by Jason. She
She doesn't
survives
know how to
Jason.
fly a ship.
Yeah, she doesn't
Yeah,
know how to fly a ship, but
Or is that suicide? I don't
Yeah.
I
I think it was
think
an
I don't
accidental
know.
suicide.
I don't know. She just seems very traumatized from that point on. I don't think her
Which-
mind is working very well.
I'm not saying that seeing somebody that you are romantically involved with get brutally murdered in front of you isn't traumatizing. What I am saying is this is the first time in a Friday the 13th movie where someone has been traumatized like that. Usually people see their friends get murdered like, oh my God, moving on.
Mhm.
I
messed up the
mean,
rest of the movie.
dude in the tent in 9, he looked pretty traumatized for
He was-
all of 3 seconds that
He's
he
dead
still
right
was
afterward.
alive.
This one we actually see somebody like having issues with the fact they're being chased by a murderer. Like we don't usually get that in these movies. So, this movie's it's pretty good.
Yeah, because the terror is usually like very short burst fight or flight kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and they never get beyond that stage where they can decompress and realize, hey, that messed me up real bad.
Yeah, and this girl, she has all that for better or worse. Not the greatest actor. She doesn't really sell it, but I'm into it.
I'm sure that's
see.
the only thing you were into.
I don't even know where you're going with that, but I'm okay with it.
Oh, quickly. What?
Oh
Joe,
fuck! When she killed, sorry, when he kills that guy though, I forgot about just that's a brutal kill. Just the stab in the back, turn him around, and rip it out through his belly so the handle goes through.
Oh
like,
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm glad
like-
you mentioned that.
grabbing the
He-
blade.
And you
and
say
pulling
he's
it out.
off his game.
yeah, no, that's true. But he still left someone behind. That's more of what I meant by off his game.
I just had to ask you, like, what did Kelly think of the BDSM sex scene with the nipple clamp stuff?
She was more looking at her phone by that point.
That's like 10
was-
minutes in.
That was like a
Right.
big like wow for me moment. Does that did feel like an escalation from the kind of stuff they've shown before? Yeah. Kelly's checked out of these. Like I've heard a few times, I'm ready for this to be done. Although she was a little more glowing about Freddy versus Jason, which we'll talk about next week. But
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we only got one more after that week, so she's almost done.
Right.
Yeah. I think she's done.
Oh
great.
boy, the next film though.
Yeah, the next one is she will be done with Jason, I think, after the next one,
After Freddy versus Jason or the remake?
after the remake.
The
'Cause
remake.
I love Juliana Gill, and for 2 reasons, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks for those 2 reasons.
I would need Kelly to actually elaborate on her problems with these movies. I don't think I'd give it justice, but
If she can write us out a letter, we will read it on air happily.
will do. I'll let her know.
I am very curious as to her opinions on a certain line of dialogue in the remake as well.
Yep.
Okay.
We all know exactly what line you're talking about, except for Joel.
Joel
has to do
doesn't,
with-
but he will do.
I'm gonna go with
You'll see that scene and go, "Oh, that's the line he was talking about."
Anatomy placement is all I'm going to
Yes.
say. Um,
And those are the 2 things I'm referring to.
Yep. Stupendous is what I'll go with. Anyhow, back to Jason X with really nothing but the camp of it all being stupendous. My note after he kills the dude and rips the handle out is here we go. Because I've watched this movie so many times. Pretty much from that moment on, it's just like that's a starter's pistol. And it's just the rest of the movie is an excuse to get something in front of Jason so he can kill it, including an entire fucking space station at one point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like get it in front of him, he's gonna murder it. And I'm very, very here for this. After this is when we start launching the Marines to go try to stop him. They're gonna do this thing where there's
Led by low budget Tony Todd.
Yep, and
Hey, I like him. He's great in Spartacus.
Is he in Spartacus? I don't know what else he was in.
Yeah, he was
you
the guy
remind-
that also gets kicked down the hole in 300.
Oh,
Is he really?
Is
Yeah.
he?
Oh,
That's
that's
Peter-
So
cool.
they wanted
Peter Mensa.
Tony Todd for that and couldn't afford him, so got this dude in, right?
I mean, I liked him in 300. Actually, I don't mind him in this. Like
I think-
he's the one
I-
Marine who survives.
He is pretty good. To
I
be
think he
fair.
also did
It's just
stop-
he just has that kind of that look of Tony Todd and
Sure.
that kind of that very much like I'm the big military dude, I'm in charge now kind of attitude as well.
But
and I gotta let Brian know this. I'm fairly certain he did stop motion in Avatar.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
So, but yeah, I love him. He's a great actor.
No, I actually don't mind him in this, but I think he's one of those guys. He knows what he's in, and he's he's amping up the camp and he's having fun with it.
He's definitely one of those ones who knows what he's in. The others, maybe they know that they're in.
I think they do.
I think half of them might do.
I'll give them 7/8 due. Anyhow, the Marines go to start trying to kill Jason. They do not know who Jason is. Jason kind of turns into a xenomorph / Batman sort of thing throughout this sequence, where he's very good at hiding. Which I'm kind
And
of
he
okay
kills
with.
a holographic alien.
He
That
does.
was cool. I like that part.
And then the dude who got his arm cut off again in the VR thing, and then he gets his back broken and is tossed aside.
Straight up banged him.
Yeah, that poor
It's
guy.
just like it's just so like right, done with you.
Yep.
It's almost like Jason's like, grow that back.
Yeah. And then his buddy gets murdered as well. They're all dead. And then the Marines start going, and my God, does he murder the shit out of the Marines? There's the Ted corkscrew kill, which is I think my favorite for the movie. The frozen face smash is really good, but there's something about the corkscrew kill when he lands on it and
Just
huge
spins around.
drill bit,
slowly
and then the
spins.
slow spin down. Like
That's
that
so
is just
good.
so.
And
good.
then when they find the body, oh, he's screwed.
yeah,
It's like ha ha ha.
You have great gore moment where you spend your money, and then you've got a pure sci-fi original channel movie line that's written in. He's
the funny thing is, like, I love that it's a practical effect, because like 2004 they could have or 2003 they could have attempted to do this CG and it would have looked
I mean, we saw the
bad.
CG stuff they did in the VR stuff, and
Yeah,
wow.
it's rough.
Yeah.
When I was looking at that, I was thinking, shit, this can't be an actual kill.
No.
And then when the dude who got his head cut off starts talking with his head cut off, I'm like, okay, something else is going on here.
Yeah. Oh,
And then-
thank you.
Oh yeah, it's the VR thing. I'd forgotten that.
But you can still tell, like, when the body's spinning, they had to cut it right at the right moment, because like the stunt prop, whatever it is, starts bouncing back up the screw. Like if you right at the last second, you can see it kind of bounce a little. It's like, oh, they almost got it.
Oh, he needs like one more frame off.
Missed it by that much.
Yep, just very, very close.
So this
but-
is the era of digital editing as well. It's not like they're doing it like, cutting the frame at a time. They're doing it
Exactly.
on like Avid or something. There's no excuse for that.
Yeah, they could have caught that one, but I'm also like, I'm fine with it. I'm here for it. Let's see, everybody else gets kind of murdered. There's the throat slash, really fucking brutal throat slash. That's a good one.
That was a good reveal. Her walking in, she's like,
Yeah.
that was good.
I also like they get him on the hook and I got him. Take your time, Sarge. He ain't going nowhere. And they're off screen.
Well, it's
You
literally
just see
the
him
line.
lift himself off as he's talking.
Yeah.
Like,
Someone literally says to him, "Don't take your eyes off him," and he immediately turns his back on Jason.
And then you just see, the lift of Jason just pulling himself up and off. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're in trouble, dude.
It's like, dude, she just said, "Don't take your eyes off him." Don't take your eyes off of him.
but then we get great character arc from Brodsky. I just love it. You think
Are you
a
talking
little
when he gets
prick-
stabbed in the wall? Like
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
wall?
You think a little prick's gonna keep this old dog down, and then he gets stabbed again. Yep, that'll do it.
But I love the idea of Jason being the other side of the wall, stabbing you, like, yeah, I got someone walking away. You think a poke in the ribs is gonna take me? What the fuck did he just say? I'll get him again. Like, I know we've talked a lot about how great Kane Hodder is, and unfortunately, this is our last time with Kane Hodder in this franchise. We have to say goodbye after this, which is sad. But there is something, like, without him in this movie, I don't love this movie. There is something about his physicality that, like, he knows how to, even when it's the campy version of Jason, he still does it in a way that still feels like Jason. Something that I don't think short of Derek Mears in the remake, the next guy gets really at all, and or really any of them really have as much as
He plays the
Kane
guy too stiff, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
Jason
way too stiff. But
Yeah, like
Derek Mears, I think, got it.
Ken something or other.
The guy got killed in 8, and he got thrown against the wall. Is the one in the next one. Yeah.
He plays it. He plays it too
rigid.
Yeah.
He plays it like an
Rigid.
idea of Jason. Like if you've never seen a
Yeah.
Friday the 13th movie, what you think he'd be like. And it's like, there's a character with Jason and Kane Hodder, Derek Mears, the guy from who's the other one we're like 6?
Oh shit! I can.
CJ Graham.
CJ
Graham. Yeah, I could
They-
literally
they-
picture his name. I was thinking,
Yeah.
like, why can't I see it? Like, why can't I say it though?
Yeah, those guys get it. So sorry.
Yeah.
Brief pause for how much I love Kane Hodder.
And oh shit! What the one who's in 4?
Ted
He
White.
really got it.
Oh, yeah.
Ted White. That was
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the guy from 2 was good in his own way, but it wasn't the Jason that we're talking about now. But like, so
Yeah.
really, I guess this is just a very long-winded. I don't like the guy in Freddy vs. Jason.
Hear more about it next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about him next week. But no, what I want to say was the fact that we get that much comedy out of Jason doing a kill from off screen tells me how much Kane Hodder is owning this role, because I can picture his Kane Hodder's Jason going, "What did he just say? Fuck him," and like going on with his day.
Because he does something like Kane Hodder does something with, like, because Jason doesn't speak,
No.
but he manages to get across Jason's internal monologue.
Yeah.
Like very well in the actions he does. Just the sort of like the pauses and the way that he turns his head.
Yeah, he doesn't do the
certain way,
full
and he
like
looks
Michael
back.
Myers head turn, but he does his own kind of version of it.
Yeah, he does
Yeah.
this kind of like, it's almost like he's turning back to look back, but he doesn't fully look back. It's almost like this. What that motherfucker just said to me?
It's an acknowledgement from something that's a walking, like, just almost Deadite sort of thing. Not
Yeah.
Deadite. Fuck you,
You're not
director for
supposed to
9.
say that.
I know. Sorry, slip up. Because that guy's wrong. He's not a Deadite, but he's just this thing. But when he turns his head, it's an acknowledgement. It just makes him that much more dangerous. And Kane Hodder nails that, even in a goofy movie like this.
But again, it's like I alluded to last time, when he's just walking down the hall and he just turns his head and starts walking, like he sees something he likes that he wants to kill.
Yep. Oh, that's something to murder. Speaking of which, now he's gonna go murder the pilot. Murders the
Oh boy, does he murder
God,
that
the
pilot as well? Like
Oh.
when we see what he's done, what did he do? Like
Jason has
what
done that,
didn't he do?
He's done that a few times to people. We just like they just find like a blood room, and this time it's a blood cockpit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You see bits of the pilot, like
Oh,
I
that's
think
true.
his arm is still like holding onto the joystick or something, and
Yeah,
there's like
Jason
bits
really
of
didn't
him.
like him.
It
It's
looks
kinda
like
like-
it just literally just went.
It's like the guy in 3 where he's just like, "You're still alive? No, you're not."
Put your hand.
And that was the pilot in this. Of just like he got the brunt of it, and because of that, Jason then has to kill an entire space station by flying a ship through it and blowing it up. Jason's kill count now just went through into the stratosphere, so no one will ever catch him. Although we don't ever get a full count of how many people are on that space station.
I think one of the director or someone on one of the documentaries said that there was 38,000 people on that space station.
Yeah, Jason wins on the slasher front.
And
Yeah.
do we honestly think that it's Jason's fault?
Yes.
Now I'm playing devil's advocate. He just killed the guy as he was flying, so he very well could have been on a straight course. And Jason left the room. If it was Jason, he had to take that joystick and rammed it right down into the.
I guess that's fair, but I'd also say like he was the catalyst, so I'll still give him the kill.
Still killed the pilot. Who?
This is me
like,
trying to make sure that Michael Myers can still catch him in kill count.
Yeah, he's not going to. He's got
Still
38,000
not going to.
Yeah.
Like
until
Shut
Michael
your
Myers.
mouth.
Till Michael Myers goes to space like a big boy, he's not going to be able to do it.
Or Michael has better writing. Kind of.
I saw
6.
I saw 6.
5.
That kind of.
6. 8 kills.
Kind of.
God, I hate that kills was the best out of those.
Evil dies. No.
No,
I can't bring
It
myself
makes-
to say.
we don't need to go back to that. Don't do it. All right, so he kills the space station. He's still wandering around. He corners the teacher in a room, And the teacher has that great line that was in every single trailer. It's okay. He just wanted his machete back. And they cut back to the students, and you just hear.
See, that's the annoying thing about that is you don't see what Jason does to the professor. Like, if all the kills that happens off screen, that's the one that should have been on screen.
He's the douchebag of the movie that we wish we could have seen the kill.
Yeah,
I agree with you, but I also love just how little the students care their teacher died. So I agree, I want to see him die, but I also love the off-screen kill, and everyone's just like, what was that? Oh, okay. Anyhow, well, how do we get to the space station? It's just like, fuck that guy. So yes, I agree, but I'm fine with the comedic beat of it.
I will. We know how he dies.
Yes.
I just wish we would see, because when he goes after the guy in the cockpit again, he has Lowell's head. He has the professor's head.
Yeah.
And he just shows him the head.
Okay, I got
And the guy's like, shit.
this is gonna be you in a second.
He knows.
So as everyone's kind of like going their separate ways, get ready to try to get off this thing. We have the one, we haven't really mentioned a lot of the characters in this because there's not really many to mention. But we have a tech
And they're
guy and his
stupid.
robo lady. They start making out. So he's making out with a robot now. That he's very determined to give proper nipples to. We kind of jumped over that scene.
Oh yeah, the magnetic nipples that just went ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
That was
That was just a bit okay.
that was a choice.
All right.
But I'm
Yeah.
also like, again, I think it's just making fun of the nudity in these movies, because there's no real nudity until they're just blatantly making fun of it.
Right.
And I'm very fine with that. The hologram shit is so fucking good. But we're almost at the point. So he upgrades his
I like
robot.
backup pilot dude as well, like mentioning the Microsoft conflict. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Before
I
he
want to know
gets
what happened.
electrocuted.
Yeah, I don't. So
I just picture it's the paperclip with like a
Flippy
sword.
went nuts.
Terminator had sent a bunch of paper clips.
Nobody paid attention to me for years. You'll pay attention now.
Do you want to write a letter? Do you want to write a letter?
Nobody move, or I'm gonna hold these pages together.
I see you're about to die. Would you like some help with that?
It's a much better movie than what we're watching, and I love this movie.
Oh god.
All right, so he makes out with this robot that gives her an upgrade somehow. I'm assuming there's some tech involved, but we don't see that. We just see them make out, and now she is she's ready to kick ass. She has her I don't know, her Uzis, her double
I don't
guns.
know. I think they're just the pistols that they've got. They're most likely going to be just a regular pistol with just a shitload of stuff glued to it.
Sure. Okay. So she has her gluey guns and she shoots the shit out of Jason. Just absolutely blows him the fuck away to the point where he's losing arms. He got real fat as soon as he lost his arm. Poor guy. Bad time to gain weight.
That's what happens when you get shot in the arm. All the sort of like everything that was in the arm just goes into your stomach.
Yep.
Your weight just goes elsewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know this. This makes sense.
It's like you tense
classic
everything in
biology.
your body, and like your stomach just goes because it's like, oh my god, what was that?
But then they blow his leg off and he falls down, of course, on the nanobot table, because where else would he fall down? Breaks the nanobot table. Poor nanobot table. Yeah, they're good. They're done. Right? Movie's over. Or is it?
We would be so lucky.
For me, this is where the movie goes. If you still thought this was serious, that's on you. And we get Uber Jason. Nanobots gives him an upgrade. He gets probably the dumbest mask in any horror movie. I would venture to say I'm including that stupid Happy Death Day baby mask as well, and that thing drives me nuts.
This is Secret of the Use, like Ultra Shredder stuff going on.
Ultra Shredder looks better than Uber Jason.
Yeah, he looks cool, right?
I mean, he looks like one of those crazy Swiss Army knives you find in like a magazine ad in the mail that's like 20 inches thick, but still better than Uber Jason.
I mean,
like
Uber Jason's mask literally looks like 5-pound Halloween mask robot. Here you go. Here's a robot. We just got a regular mask. We just sprayed it silver. It's fine.
Yeah.
it just loses all the character. And it goes back to like talking about Jason Hodder being able to emote with such subtle things.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it
Did you say
removes
Jason
I love
Hodder?
that he calls him Jason.
Yeah, I'm
Hodder.
fine with this.
but
I think he'd be fine
I'm
with
sure,
it too.
I'm sure
That's
Kane
how much
Hodder's fine
respect
with
I
that.
give to him as an
Yeah.
actor that I actually remember his name.
Half
but-
his name.
But you lose what little bit of subtlety you have left, and then
Yeah.
it removes some of the fun of it. You know,
See, it removes. I think it replaces the fun is what I'd go with, because it's a very different level of like, oh, we're just laughing at this movie now. Like there's not even an attempt to be scary from this moment on, and I'm sort of okay with it. We get the callback, as Ryan mentioned earlier. There's a lot of callbacks in this movie. We get the callback to the head punch off. This time he punches off the robot's head, but the robot can survive.
Yep.
I love that. I also love that you guys should run. Like, no, this one's different. And then he gets thrown into an airlock, gets thrown out in space, but he's Uber Jason, so space is not an issue for him. So he's just going to climb around the outside of the ship and punch his way back into the ship. And then we get the ridiculous, the atmosphere getting sucked out of the room sequence, and that poor girl that Ryan's favorite actor of all time.
that was
She
brutal.
just got sucked on so many levels.
I'm so fine with this kill. I get why it's terrible. I'm not trying to defend it, but
My problem with the kill is we don't see it. Like the grate goes up against the thing. She goes flying towards it, and then you just cut to like a little bit of blood just going.
yeah, you get like a little like entrails just kind of dangling. That didn't get sucked out, but the whole body did.
I want to see the whole. I want to see it getting grated. Like, was it Cube? The film where the thing.
I think so.
Like, I think it comes up and like it just cuts the guy.
Yeah, at the very first kill.
Yeah. I want that.
Or even
That
like
would've been cool.
Resident Evil has like the laser grid that
Yeah.
Yeah.
The laser thing.
yeah.
The
I'm
waffle.
fine with it. Like I get it. Like that to me just reeks of budgetary problems of like it's tough to put a person through a paper shredder. So we'll just show the aftermath. I'm okay with it. I get what you're saying. You're right, but I'll forgive it in this movie. After that, we get the hologram sequence, everyone's favorite hologram sequence. If it's not everyone's favorite hologram sequence, I don't know what's wrong with you. Just full blown making fun of Friday the 13th at this point. Of
I don't know. The hologram sequence, the holodeck sequence in Star Trek First Contact is pretty good, but it gets a Tommy gun.
Okay, I guess that's not bad. It's not, hey, do you want to smoke some pot or have premarital sex? We love premarital sex. Like fucking hysterical. And then just
I love the way they say that. They both say that in unison. We love premarital sex.
They both pile into their sleeping bags. That one girl has that very strange laugh. Like I don't know what it was. Like sounds like almost got like time warped a little bit. And then you cut back to the people from the movie, and then you cut back to them, and he's got them in two sleeping bags. He's just beating one with the other one.
Yeah.
And they're still laughing.
Oh yeah.
It's like they're mocking him. It's like, you will fucking die. Stop laughing at me.
It's just like when I drowned.
And then I also like that we have you cut back to the other people who are like trying to get the ship going. And they're like, oh, he's good. Oh, he's too good.
I think he saw me.
Yeah, you made dead eye contact with him. Yeah, you better believe he saw you.
Well, it's his own fault for putting a door with a door with a window in Crystal Lake hologram. Because he sees him through the window, like the glass window of the door.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's your own stupid fault.
Yeah. But this is basically the end of the movie at this point. Like after he kills the hologram girls, it's pretty much we've done it. The protagonists of the movie, all three. I think this is the largest number of people that survived a Jason encounter because we have, if you count the robot. If you don't count the robot, then we're on par. But if you do count the robot, which I do because I want to give this movie something, you got three people who survived. So maybe maybe I don't, because that'll be. Let me get on my own head for a moment.
Nobody should survive. It's Jason.
Yeah, I get that, but someone's always got to survive. And this time we get three-ish. They get away on the other
three
ship.
and 3 and an 8th.
Well, I guess Brodsky does survive the Jason encounter. I doubt he survives falling to Earth with Jason, but I do love the shot of them falling into Earth together, and then Brodsky's still punching him in the back of the head, like, hey,
Yeah.
motherfucker. And then we see a couple of teenagers look across the lake and go like, hey, what's that? I don't know. Let's go find out.
And landed in the lake.
Oh my. And that's it. We
Is
did
this,
it.
is this Crystal Lake 2?
Even
Because
Jason
everything's
realized-
Earth 2, Crystal Lake 2.
even
New York
Jason
2.
realizes how shitty his mask is and gets rid of it.
Yeah, he's done with that fucking thing. Like, no, I'm done with this. And then we have to ask ourselves the question of, is this the end of Jason? Like, this is it, right? We never see him again. Because Freddy vs. Jason technically would take place before this, if we wanted to actually count it in canon. And the remake's a remake. This is the end of the Jason that we knew. He's off on a new planet, just killing away.
Yeah.
Bye, Jason.
Off in brilliant fashion.
Yep. He gone. And
then what it does is it cycles back round to the beginning, to the beginning of the series, and it just starts again because it's just on a different planet. It's just Earth 2. It's just Crystal Lake 2.
So you're saying we should rewatch the entire franchise again and do this all over again? Joel's wife is gonna be pissed.
That might need to be a secret watch.
Well, hopefully she'll like our next show, which we have decided, and unfortunately they're not all very good again. The first one's great, and then oof. And,
I don't even know what we've actually decided on.
It gives it away if I give away the title of the show, but I'll just say it here, and if you can figure it out, good for you. Automatic Pig.
Right, that
one. If you can guess our show, good for you. Anything else we need to say on Jason X before we move into our favorite moments, quotes, kills, whatever you got?
No, can we be done?
Ryan, what's your favorite
let's talk for
moment?
another half hour just to piss Ryan off a bit more.
Ryan, what do you love about Jason X?
Nothing.
You love the face smash kill, don't lie.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna say favorite kill is just David Cronenberg because he just sells it. You know, when he gets lawn darted and he's just like, meh! It's so
I'd
good.
love if that was the noise he actually made.
Yeah. And then of course the line is, it's gonna take more than a poke of the ribs to put this old dog down. Yep, that ought to do it.
That's pretty good. Joel, what about you?
Well, you took my line, Ryan.
You're welcome.
That's pretty good.
You took my foot race.
And my favorite kill's got to be the corkscrew. Like I was going to say the virtual girls. I don't think that counts. As fun as a moment.
I mean,
as
he
that
didn't
is.
technically kill them from the sounds of it because they were still
Right.
laughing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But
They were mocking him.
But that corkscrew was just the one where it's just like, yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Go ahead, Matt.
So my line, it's very early on, and it's the pilot and the co-pilot. What does she look like? She's cute and single. I'm so lonely. And my favorite kill is
I really hope that was an improv line. Like, just the scene went on just like a hair too long, and he just threw that in there. Like, oh, we're keeping that.
I hope so too. My favorite kill is the liquid nitrogen one because it's just so like because I'm convinced that he thought that it was water, and he pulled the head out and went, "The fuck's happening here? Damn it!" I want to enjoy this a bit more because he does like smash it and then just throw the corpse away, like almost.
That's
annoying.
usually what he does. He does like to toss corpses, like poor Kelly Hu in part 8. All right, so my favorite line, that's tough in this movie. I think this movie's got a lot of really great, just like comedic lines.
The
The dialogue's bad, but
the
they
look
make
on
me
Ryan's face.
I know he's so offended at me. But I'm sorry, they're ridiculous. They crack me up. So I think I'm gonna go for a double whammy. I'm gonna agree with Joel on my favorite kill being the corkscrew kill, although the frozen face smash is so good. But I got to give just the edge to the corkscrew kill. And then my favorite line: "What's his condition? He's screwed." You guys were friends. You guys were on a team. And you're punning his death. My God. I love Jason X. I'm very glad that we got to watch it. I'm very glad that at least Joel liked it. I got somebody who had fun with it.
I
I
didn't
don't
hate
like
it.
It's just it's such a shitty movie to get through.
I didn't
I'm
hate
watching this
it.
thing. I'm just fast forwarding all the parts that I like. I'm like, all right, I'm done.
That's fair. That's fair.
I didn't hate it, Brian, but I did enjoy when it ended.
Because the ending's so great. Okay, we're on the same page. This is awesome.
Yeah, because
All
the
right,
credits are running.
Yeah, take it as that.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Anyhow, let's do a quick round of plugs and we can say goodbye for this show. Every other show at ATH Networks. Check out athpod.com. Joel, what you got?
After Thoughts Book Club with my wife Kelly, and then Super GG Radio is a video game podcast about video games and all things adjacent.
Very cool. Ryan, what you got?
You can catch me on the Front Row Network where I do various things, and it's getting to be award season, so you'll see me on that. But I also do Front Row Flashbacks, where we talk about movies from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. We just wrapped They Live to talk about the world of spending that we're in with the holidays. So go out and consume, people.
Already doing it.
Right.
Matt, you got anything to plug?
Nah.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. Next week, we're taking kind of a sidestep out of our franchise to go to our cousin franchise of Nightmare on Elm Street. More of a Nightmare on Elm Street movie than it is a Friday the 13th movie, but it still stars our main man, Jason, so we can talk about it anyways. We're talking Freddy vs. Jason. Very excited for this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. It was really quiet. I haven't heard that one, Matt. Now I'm not hearing it at all.
Are you muted?
Or are you just being an asshole?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not muted. I think it's just
He's
my
not
microphone's
giving this
picking
movie the
up.
satisfaction of a Matt chi haha because it's so bad.
Or is it just not picking up? Are you actually not doing it?
No, I was doing it. I just think it wasn't picking it up.
Do it again. Okay, that
That
one worked.
got
At
it
least I
that
got
time.
one.
Damn it, that was like one of your best ones too.
I
And you
know.
wasted on this piece of shit.